In this tutorial, we'll be using Fusion to sketch splines and slots. And after completing this tutorial, you'll be able to create sketches using splines and slots in Fusion 360. To begin, let's turn the visibility off for this sketch in the browser. And then from the toolbar, let's create a new sketch on the ground plane. To sketch a spline in Fusion, we need to go to the toolbar, select Sketch, Spline. Now let's sketch a spline with 4 points. Make sure that you place the points so that the spline has curves. And when you've finished, click the green tick to confirm the spline. We can edit our spline by using the Select tool in the toolbar. Click Select, Select to activate the tool. We can edit the individual points by clicking and dragging them. And if we wish, we can also edit the curves of the spline. By clicking and dragging these handles on the spline points, we can change the curve of the spline. And when we've finished, we click Stop Sketch. So let's now create a new sketch for our slots. Let's toggle off the visibility of Sketch 2 in the browser. In the toolbar, click Sketch, Create Sketch. Again, select the ground plane to work on. We can find the options for slots in the toolbar by clicking Sketch, Slot. There are a number of options for different slots. We can create a center-to-center slot, an overall slot, a center point slot, a 3-point arc slot, and a center point arc slot. Let's click to create a center-to-center slot. Beginning at the origin, let's click to place the start center point. Then drag the mouse to the right 25 mm and click to place the end center point. And then we can use the mouse to define the width or the height of our slot. Or we could enter 15 mm directly on the keyboard, tab to lock, and return to confirm. That's our first slot complete. Now let's sketch an overall slot. In the toolbar, click Sketch, Slot, Overall Slot. And we'll pan to the left to give us some more space. First of all, click to select the first endpoint. Drag to the right 40 mm, and then click again to select the second endpoint. And now we can use our mouse or our keyboard to specify the height or the width of the slot. For our third slot, we'll create a center point slot from the same menu as the other slots that we've just previously created. Activate Center Point Slot, then click to select the center, drag to the right, and click again to select the second point, which will actually be the right side of the slot. Then use our mouse or the keyboard to enter the height or width dimension. We can also sketch a 3-point arc slot. From the toolbar, select Sketch, Slot, 3-point arc slot. Click to select the center point, drag or enter the required distance, then select the end center point. Drag and then click to select the point on the arc, and then finally drag down or enter the dimensions on your keyboard for the width. From the same slot flyout menu, select Center Point Arc Slot. So for this slot, we're going to click once to select the center point of the arc, then use our mouse or keyboard to select the distance, then click to select the start point of the arc. Then select the end point of the arc, and again we can enter the angle using our keyboard if we wish. And now we just need to set the width. We can do this with our mouse or with our keyboard. And as with our previous sketch objects, if we activate the Select tool, we can select Geometry and using our keyboard delete that geometry. Or we can drag a selection window over multiple areas of geometry and delete that with our keyboard also. And when we've finished, we click Stop Sketch and save the file. In the next tutorial, we'll be looking at how we can apply dimensions to our sketches.